Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Intentional Excellence Podcast. I'm your host, Candice Ruggiero, speaker, host, global coach, and global impact advocate. And through my work, I promote kindness, healing, peace, and positive change while collaborating with organizations and foundations that support education, health and wellness, poverty initiatives, and community empowerment around the world. Today's episode is part of the Becoming series where we explore the stories, lessons, and experiences that shape who we are becoming. And today, I'm joined by Lashonda Irving. She's an entrepreneur, author, and founder of LM Legacy Collective. Lashonda, welcome to the podcast. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, so tell us about where are you right now, Lashonda? Because my podcast is global, and I feature guests from all over the world. Actually, Lashonda, out of like this series, I have 10. I featured seven. This is the first United States where we both come from, so I'm very excited that at least I'm featuring someone from the States. And I always like to share with everybody like where we are. Would you
hmm
like to tell us anything about like where you're at right now, Lashonda?
Yes, my name is Lashonda, and I am the owner of LMI Legacy Collective. I am an author. I'm also a candle maker, candle vendor. We do a lot. We do a lot of events and candle making classes and stuff. And I am based out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, here in the United States, and that's where I reside right now at this moment.
Nice. That's thank you for sharing. And for myself, I'm joining you from Florida, where currently it's really hot. It's summer, and at this time there's a lot of tourists like the soccer fans because Tampa, where I am, is the host of one of the games in soccer for the World Cup. So the people are really enjoying the our beautiful beaches here, springs and everything that Florida has to offer. That's thank you for sharing. And Lashonda, before we dive in, let's do a quick brain break, okay?
Okay.
I just have a simple question. Would you rather travel around the world for a year or say stay in one place, Lashonda, and build your dream business? Which would you rather have or do?
I like to travel. To be honest, I like to travel.
Me
Yes.
too. Tell me why. Tell me why.
I just like to explore different people, different cultures, the other thing, anything different than Louisiana. I would like to explore all of that. Yes, because at one point in my life, I did live in Florida, Orlando, and it's much different from here in Louisiana.
Wow.
Mhm.
You plan to come back in Florida at all, or is that where you like really want to retire and stay for a longer time?
I thought about coming back. I'm not for sure just yet. Yes, because my kids, they loved it there when we was there. Yes.
Oh, that's good. Thank you for that. Now, Lashonda, in 90 seconds, I know you shared a little about yourself. Tell me more about yourself, what you're currently doing right now.
Okay, right now I am currently doing my books, my novels. I have one novel called Lux Affair. I have a book called Love Life Unexpected Endings. I have one called Healing Through Unexpected Endings. And I have one called The Love That I Couldn't Have.
Okay.
And those novels is based off things that occurred in my life. And the other novels that I named is basically after certain scents that I have. Like one of the scents is called Lux Affair.
Mm-hmm.
So that scent is like a pretty much mellow scent. It remind you of a romantic setting. So that's what I'm currently working on and currently doing. I did an anthology with someone too also, and we getting that together right now at the very moment.
Lashonda, I have a quick question for you. So I've tried finishing a book, right? I started, but then like I keep stopping. Like like what like how can you motivate me or people who eventually want to write or just want to release it and continue doing it? Like like you have at least what, three, four books already? Like
Yes.
just a piece of advice for somebody who's me. It's not like I'm struggling. It's like I can't get because I'm also busy. I can't get to like just finish it now, Candice. Like finish it now because I
Mhm.
started it. Any piece of advice for us?
Yes, see, as for me, I started out doing it, but I also have a author coach. And she
Okay.
coaches me through it and she pushes me through it. She was like, Lashonda, are you finished with this book? I need this chapter. I need you to be able to do this. I need you to be able to do that. And that's what motivates me is my author coach and my publisher.
Are we talking about Nicole Smith?
Yes, Miss Nicole Smith.
I love Nicole Smith. I love Nicole Smith. Wonderful, wonderful mentor and author, everything speaker. Thank you for that. So maybe one of these days I'll just have to sit down and maybe like invite her to mentor me. Thank you for sharing. And really, I really like, sometimes people know our titles, but they don't always know what truly drives us, right? And I believe passion always reveals our purpose, and purpose usually leaves a lasting impact on others. Thank you
Mhm.
for that, Lashonda.
And another thing, one thing about it is like I don't like to finish something and don't like start it and don't finish it.
Okay.
It bothers me. I'm like, I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. I can't delay it anymore. I gotta get it done.
I
Yes.
think for me, it's the feeling of like, I'm like, I want I'm an all or nothing person. So it's like if I'm not fully invested, I would like it gives me a reason to like not continue. Like it's just like I said, I can't like just I can't like do breaks. I have to write it all in one
Yes.
sitting. I'm just
Mhm.
like that of a person. So I guess when one of these days I really have I guess the inspiration and like
Mhm.
what I really want to do. I keep changing. I've had two or three topics already. I think that's what's also like keeping me tied up. But I like looking at you right now. I think it kind of motivates me that I should just start, right? Just
Yes.
start it. Thank you.
Yes.
Lashonda, so a big part of this podcast talks about resilience because I truly believe that the most powerful people I've met, Lashonda, are the ones who really went through resiliency.
Yes.
Can you share a moment in your life, Lashonda, where you had to deeply be resilient and what that season taught you about yourself?
Back in 2004, September 2004, I went through a horrible pregnancy. I had eclampsia, and I had it to the point to where I almost lost my life over it. And so when I did come back to, I had to be strong for me. I had to be strong for my daughter. I had another daughter before her, and I had to be strong for both of them. So that's what made me come out of that season. And I had to keep pushing myself and keep pushing myself because I feel myself going into depression because I'm like, what did I do to deserve this? What did I do to myself to cause all of this? And at the same time, I was going through something with my marriage too, also. So I had to pull it together and be strong for my kids.
Was that the moment when you started like your journey towards book writing? Because most of the people also I meant will have that defining moment in their life. Same thing with me. That's when they realize that I want to do more. I want to have more in life. I know I have the skill. I know I can, inspire others. First work on myself. Was that like a defining moment in your life where you finally realize that, you know what? I'm gonna be better. Right. Was that one of yours?
Yes, technically, my publisher, Miss Lacole, I used to work with her, and I was telling her about my story, and she was like, "You need to put a book out. You need to write a book about this because you never know who you might be helping. You never know who might have been in a situation like this and how they can overcome it because you overcame it." She was like, "Tell your story," and so that's what pushed me and encouraged me to do it.
Wow, that's amazing. And I think, Lako, that resilience is something every one of us can relate to because life doesn't really always go according to plan, right? And the difficult seasons often reveal our strength that we didn't know we had and lessons we wouldn't have learned any other way, right? Did you always, like when you were younger, did you always love to write? Did you always imagine you being an author?
I didn't imagine being an author, but I used to love reading. Like
Oh,
the Babysitter Club was one of my books that I like to read,
okay.
the collection. Yes.
Yeah, and you know what, Lashonda, there's always something really powerful about hearing how someone moved through their adversity and came out stronger on the other side, right? What's your current book right now that's like your latest book? What is it called again?
My latest book is called Love Life Unexpected Endings. That's the one that I'm actually finished with, done. I also have it on Amazon. It can be purchased on Amazon. I have it on my website, but right now my website is down. We rebuilding it and everything. So that book basically explained what I went through for its marriage, what I went through for its my pregnancy, how I overcame everything, and yes, that's basically what that book is explaining.
Wow, I can't wait to like, share it. If you have it like ready to be shared, let me know so I can share it with my audience
Okay,
as well, all right?
I sure.
Um, Lashonda, you've been successful as an author you just mentioned, but tell me one more. What is one success that you're proud of, and maybe one challenge that shaped you into who you are today? I know you mentioned a lot, but any other thing that you want to share when it comes to
Um,
success and challenge?
Becoming a business owner, basically,
Yes.
that was a challenge,
Yes.
because it's like it have its ups and downs. You have your moments. You have your moments where you want to quit, but you can't quit. You got to be like this. This is something that I look forward to. This is something I want to build. And like I said, I make candles and room sprays and wax melts and car diffusers and stuff on the side. And there were
Okay.
times where I feel like giving up, and I'm like, no, I'm not about to give up. I done came this far, and I'm not about to give up.
You know what, Lashonda? So I was never like a speaker, a host, right? For 30 years, I was in the field of education. 30 years, teacher. I'm admin certified. I was doing some admin work. Like you, I had a defining moment, where I lost my husband, and that was the time like I just looked at myself, saying that like I can't be full for my kids and for myself if I don't work on myself, because my husband has always been sick since we
Yeah.
when we were together for like 18 years. So I kind of lost myself, in that process. And that's when he passed away. That's when I'm like, oh my God, like I can't be like this. Like, like I needed to like change. I needed
Right.
change, LaShawn. And that's when all of a sudden the invite to become a speaker like came into my life. And then, I got the course, I completed it, but it still wasn't easy, like what you said.
Right.
Even if like the dream is there, you're actually doing it, but it's not easy. It took
Mm-hmm.
a lot of like years for me to even get a speaking engagement, a paid speaking engagement, because like the speaking industry is so saturated right now, and who would
Right.
want to hire somebody who's new? You know what I mean? Like it's so hard to penetrate any industry if you're a beginner, right? So
Right.
like you, I had, it's not easy like entering an entrepreneurship. And but the nice thing is like I wasn't really there like for the money. Like I just wanted to like, this is my passion, this is like what I want to do, so I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it until I started like a podcast, until I met so many wonderful people in hosting. And that's when I, finally like, hey, I like where I am right now. And like what you're trying to share, it's not easy. You know what I mean? It's not easy. You never give up. That's,
Right.
one thing we need to share with others. Just don't give up, because
Right.
that's how people, or that's how you're gonna prove to yourself and to others that you are worth the investment when you don't give up, right?
Right. Right. And one thing
Um,
that really pushed me was COVID. That really pushed me. It really put me to the test, because I'm like, how else I'm gonna make it? And I'm working 3 days out of the week on my regular job. What can I do to starting my business? COVID pushed me to really, really start my business. It basically did.
so when you had your, is that, did you say candle? You were doing the
Yes,
candle.
candles.
So was that before COVID that you started, right? So you had to like really push it harder during
I really
COVID?
had to push it harder, and what
Yeah.
really made me go with it was my grandmother. She used to make potpourri, and
Okay.
I asked her, I said, I understand you're doing this by scratch, but how can you go by doing it and turning it into a business? And she was like, what are you interested in? I started out just doing room sprays and stuff,
Okay.
and then she was like, you can turn this into a candle if you want to. She said you can turn these scents into a candle, and I did my research and I started studying everything, and that's what made me go get into candle making.
And you know what's hard during the COVID was the supplies, the ingredient,
Yes.
the material, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I remember during COVID I also invested on like an e-commerce, right? But then it really also it didn't it didn't even like I couldn't make it like work because of the shipment. It took
Hmm.
forever for my items to get shipped to the extent that I had to close the business. Really didn't work out, so my investment was just wasted. But I feel also that I gave up because that it wasn't for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was at that time. It looked like promising. It looked like something that I could do. But then there's just so many hassle and just so
Right.
many delays. But sometimes those delays, it's either it's gonna wake you up, keep trying, or those delays will like it's not for you. And there, you know what, Lashanda, there's so many things that I started and put my heart into it, Lashana, but all of a sudden realizing that it's not for me. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I'm not the type of person, Lashanda, we're in. If I have a feeling that it's not for me, I have no I don't have pride. Like I would admit to myself and to others that hey,
Hmm.
it failed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And if I don't have my heart 100% into something, it doesn't work out for me. That's one thing I realize,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
And how are you currently like presenting your candles? Is it like what, like, do you also personally, do you have a store or is it just online?
It's online and in
Okay.
person. I normally
Okay.
go to vending events and stuff, and it's online. But that's how I'm doing it for the time being. But I'm looking to do a storefront. I really am.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow. Or like maybe host like spa, like
Yes.
spa and wellness. Oh my God, they would love that. They would love that because sometimes they like those places I've featured a lot of like owners also like they want more in personalized, like more, it's not too commercial, they want like something
Yes.
special, right? Something unique. And if it's really made by like a small business owner, sometimes that's, you're not just supporting the person but you're really getting quality, like
Hmm.
quality materials, right?
You're
I
right.
love
And that's
that.
what I'm leaning more towards is health and wellness. So I know I have my original scents and stuff, but now I'm leaning more towards health and wellness, and I'm making candles within that area. Yes.
Wow. Do you like offer like different sizes of candles? Like how unique are your candles though?
I'm offering right now, I'm offering the 8 ounce candles.
Okay.
And I'm offering the 8 ounce room sprays at the moment. Yes.
Did you continue with the potpourri? Is it potpourri that your grandma
Yes, I
started?
I did right there. I was like, nah. I said I stick to candle making. I let that be up to her.
Wait, well, Lashonda, back, because like I'm probably way older than you. Back then, there weren't scented candles. Back then, there weren't like scented oils or like the diffuser. We had potpourri.
Yes.
So I can empathize with your grandma that back then, like I remember decorating my home, my house with potpourri, and I was like fascinated with the smell. But I don't even think it's still available nowadays.
Yes, because every time I look on the dining room table is dried up roses and stuff like that.
So
Because I say, oh, she
that's
about to
an
make that potpourri.
that's so interesting though. Like even like where does she get just the leaves? Like does she go around and just pick up the leaves? I'm just curious. Or does she have
She
to
just
purchase
she
it?
like if she was going into the grocery store and she see like
Okay.
some roses that she like, she'll just buy a bunch of roses
And
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 just sit
and
there and
dry
let them
it
dry
and
out. And she,
oh,
yes.
that is so interesting. Oh,
Yes.
that would have been so cool. So cool. All right. Now talk about the future. I know it's important for us to be mindful and live in the present, but it's also nice to plan ahead so that we can be intentional and purposeful with what we're doing. So, Lashonda, like, where do you see yourself? Maybe in 5 years, 10 years, and who are you becoming on the way there, Lashonda?
Okay, where I see myself as having the top seller novels within the next 5 or 10 years. I see myself. I done grown a lot. I done grown a lot. I done got out of my. I used to be shy, so I
Okay.
done got out of my comfort zone by me doing a lot of speaking and all this. So I want to become a motivational speaker. Right now, me and Miss Nicole working on that. So
Aww.
that's where I see myself.
You know what? All you need is a story and your purpose and the the willingness no like the gift of inspiration, like that's all you need, you know what I mean? If you know that your words can inspire others, that's all you need. I'd rather listen to a speaker that's speaking from the heart rather than listening to a speaker who has master's degree, graduate degree,
Right.
graduated from the top school, but did not really go through the
Mhm.
trials of what they're speaking about. No, I'd rather listen to you who has a story, really story that you went through. Because I believe nowadays that a lot of people listen to podcasts because it resonates with everyday life,
Right.
with everyday people. Like sometimes you don't really want to go to a doctor or a specialist to
Mhm.
to share, right? Sometimes all you need to do is like really open a podcast and you'll find someone that will resonate with you, right?
Right.
And yeah, this is, and it could be story you don't even know. Maybe out of 100 people watching, even if two, three, five can resonate with your life, with your story, that's all we need,
Right.
right? Right, I
Mhm.
love that. Thank you for that. And you'll make it. Miss Lacole Smith is one of the most inspiring and supportive people I know. So good luck to you in your desire to be a motivational speaker. Start online every day. Go online on your social media.
Mhm.
1 minute, say something. And you know what? It gradually builds your passion, your strength, and your confidence. Believe me, that's how I started. And
Right.
one thing, be authentic. Don't try to be like anybody else. Be you. Like me, I'm not a native English speaker. I initially came from the Philippines, although I live in Australia. My biggest fear in
Mhm.
speaking that time was like my grammar, my pronunciation, like my accent. I had to like finally accept that, hey, I'm gonna speak the way I speak.
Right.
And just as long as it's from my experience and from my heart. And that's where I built my platform, me being
Mhm.
me. And that's what you should, just a piece of advice,
Okay.
that don't be afraid to just be you. That's going to
Thank
be
you.
your greatest power and greatest strength.
Yes.
All right. And thank you for sharing. What about 10 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, I want to see myself not working in my field that I'm in and focus on my business more.
Yes, yes.
Because I'm in the medical field right now. I'm a surgery scheduler. So yes, I want to be on my own doing what's best for me. I want to leave something behind for my children and my grandchild.
You know what?
Yes.
Time flies by so fast,
Yes.
Lashonda. Like, right now, my kids are like leaving. They're at the age we're in. They're like
Yes.
ready to go and leave mommy. And
Yes.
I'm a widow, so like I'm also finding myself right now. Like now, I'm in that 10 years that you were talking about. That I can do more things now because like my kids are older, just like
Right.
you, and like you, we want to just leave a legacy, right? So it's gonna be so fast, believe me. So, but in the process, don't forget to live in the present also and enjoy
Right.
them, because they grow up so fast. And oh my God, just it's you get emotional when you know they're leaving one by one.
Yes.
It hurts. It hurts. It
Yes.
really does.
Yes. I was with my daughter yesterday and I was playing with my grandchild and I'm like, it amazed me because she's about to be 2 August 1st. And I'm like, that time done passed by. And it's just, I got kind of emotional because I'm like,
Yeah.
my last daughter, there's my baby girl, she's about to be 20. But she was like, Mom, I'm not going to leave you until I know I'm able to be on my own. I'm like, but
Oh,
still, it's you
yes.
getting older. That's the thing.
And then
Yes.
they just like I 'cause I have two boys and one daughter, and usually my daughter and I are always like go shopping, we go to the beach together, but then they grow up, they have their own partners, and I'm like, no time for you, you know what I mean? It's
Yes.
hard. So they just like you just have to just treasure the moment that you have with them.
Right.
It's hard. It's just as a
It is.
mom, your role changes as a mom as they get older, and it's something we really can't stop, because they also have their responsibilities when they're working or doing other stuff. So just
Yeah.
enjoy even your grandkids.
Yes.
Enjoy him. He's gonna grow up so fast. 2 years old. That's the terrible age, but I love that age though.
Right.
Super super sweet, super like. But you have to be on your toes as well, like running after him.
Yes.
All right. So I always love ending our conversation with a message, Lashonda. Like, if there's one thing that you want the viewers or people to remember you from this conversation, Lashonda, it could be a quote or a message. What would that be?
Stay positive, stay
Yeah.
consistent. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask for that help. Don't be able to reach out for that help. Because at one point I don't want anybody looking at me different because I went through this and I did this and I did that. You can't go with a mindset like that. Always stay positive. Even if you have, like me, I have a business mentor, and which is Miss Lacole, and she give me great advice, even if you have to get a mentor to help you.
Yeah. Yes, and like what you said, like some people just want to do things on their own, and that's okay. But at the same time, when you know it's ready to ask for help, it's okay. Go ask for help because I feel like sometimes you need other like-minded individuals to support you
Right.
in what you're doing, right? It could be, or just listen to a podcast, or like motivate a friend who really is motivational and inspirational. You
Mhm.
don't If you don't have a coach or a mentor, just find someone that you can really get good insights. I agree with you. And honestly, sometimes a community, join a group,
Group,
join a
yes.
women's group or a Facebook page about all authors, right? You'll learn a lot, right?
Yes.
Thank you for that. And I always love ending it with questions like this because it gets to the heart of what really matters. And
Right.
I'm sure that whatever you shared with our audience it's exactly what you believe in, and that's how you are moving, like
Mm-hmm.
following what you shared. Because there's
Right.
all whatever you shared is really what drives you on your journey and on your purpose, right? And at the end of the day, people may forget certain details about us, but they'll often remember a message, the
Right.
lesson, or the feeling that stayed with them. Right. And I truly believe that people will usually connect with our guests because of like how true you are and the way that you shared your story and advice, and how your business is thriving right now, and the struggles also, because it's not always going to be easy, but like what you said, don't give up. Consistency, I love that. Thank you
Yes.
for that. And also um if they want to connect with you, they
Mm-hmm.
want to purchase whatever you have, do you want to share at this moment any more that you want to share about what you're doing, or how they can connect with you?
Yes, you can connect with me on Facebook, Instagram. My page is LMI Collection LLC, or you can do LMI Legacy Collective. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. Right now my website is down, so you can DM me if it's something that you're interested in. If you want to know more about my candles, about my books, I'm here to let you know what it
Mhm.
is that you can do and how you can go by purchasing with us.
Love it. I love it. And also, when I share this podcast, I always get your direct links. So I share it, not just the link, I share also your links, so that at least anyone watching this podcast, I'm like five platforms, they can just directly contact you. And of course, they can also could contact me so that I can forward all the inquiries to you. Okay.
Okay.
Lashonda, I just again thank you so much for joining us
Mhm.
today and sharing
Thank you.
your story and your wisdom and your heart. And it really has been a pleasure having you on the show. Before I wrap up, do you have anything else that you want to say before I wrap up the show?
Okay, yes. I always stay positive in a negative situation. You're gonna always come out of it.
Thank you. I love
Yes.
that. So, everyone listening around the world, thank you for being part of this conversation and for being part of, Intentional Excellence podcast. And if today's episode inspired you, connect with Miss Lashonda through her direct links and what she shared, or through me. And also, please subscribe, share it with someone who may need it. That would be really great. And if you want to learn more about me, my website is beautifullybecomingbbycandice.com, and all my social media platforms. My handle is beautifullybecomingbbycandice. And also, if your organization, business, or brand, or if you are a purpose driven individual with values that we discuss here, kindness, leadership, healing, education, wellness, empowerment, and positive impact, I'm always open to meaningful partnership and sponsorship. So when you partner with this mission, you're not just supporting the podcast, you're supporting the entire ecosystem, beautifully becoming movement. So my coaching, my speaking, my global conversations, and also my community outreach around the world. I have partners from foundations in like different world parts of the world, and together let's create positive change, and let's inspire, empower, and make a difference in the lives of others. Lashonda, thank you again. And finally, I have somebody, a guest who, like me, is in the United States. Thank you
Yes.
so much for your time. Thank you. And until the next time, be intentional, be kind, everyone, lead with purpose, and never stop becoming the person you were created to
Yes.
be. Thank you again,
Thank you.
Lashonda.
You're
Take care,
welcome. Thank you
everyone.
for
Bye
having me.
bye.
All right.